Here I am again. I try to explain a couple of little things, and as we go I'll explain you more. And I promise you, I take you from the very beginning by powering your TIG, by connecting your TIG to your gas cylinder, what sort of regulator you have to use, what will be the flow of the gas you have to use. Right now I'm just gonna show you. I'm using a tungsten, which is the main electrode for TIG welding, 2.4 millimeter in diameter. I took it out of my torch. I sharpen it accordingly. I intend to use for tacking my little cap on my pipe around 90 to 100 amps. I recommend everyone, any welder out there, and most of you will agree with me, using between 90 to 100 amps to do the tacks. Tacks are just small little welds which will keep together the little two metals before you start actually welding. Therefore, I sharpen my tungsten. I'm getting ready. I'll position it back in the torch in his little chuck, about 5 to 6 mil outside of the little nozzle. I'll tie it up. Always be very careful how you tie it. Needs a hand tie. TIG torch is very sensitive. It's got a fine little thread inside, and the component inside is made of brass. Therefore, if you tie it up too much, you will risk in time to have changing your entire torch, which probably cost you about $120 to $200 Australian dollars, of course. But it's an inconvenient thing to have to change it when you rush and have a job to do. Therefore, be very careful when you tie up your little tungsten. Just hand tie it, not more than that. So let's get in and start doing a little bit of work. I'm going to position the two metals together. I want to have it in the best position so I can do the tacks. Try a little bit of the gas at the very beginning so I can have gas protection when I start, and I'm not gonna get a black little tack. I want to be yellow or white as much as possible as a color. Done my few little tacks. I intend to grind a little bit the edges because my little disc, it's a little bit larger. I won't show you right now how to grind. I'll grind it and I'll come back, show you how the job gets done. Here I am. I grinded my little disc to have the right diameter around the pipe, make it nice and beautiful. Couple more tacks probably on the side, make sure it's not gonna get open while welding it. Tacks are very important when you weld something. They will keep the two bits together because of the heat. The two bits join together in welding process. They tend to open up. That's why we do tacks at the very beginning. Very careful the tacks to be accordingly to the thickness of the material you are using. I'm using here 2.5 mil thickness material. So, couple more tacks on this side, and then we'll start welding. By the way, if you intend to weld anything, I recommend to use gloves. Use leather gloves, specially designed to keep your hands free of any burnings. So let's go, couple more tacks. Now I got the tags done, and I intend to reduce the amperage because I like to make a nice beautiful weld without using any wire. It will be an item I'm gonna use in the house, probably around my shed, but I always like my stainless steel items to look good. I adjusted my settings around 35 amps. I like this sort of welding on 35 amps. I just can play easily and do a nice beautiful weld. Let's see. Here I am. I'm done. Didn't take too long to create an object. Have a good day. From Australia, George.